All right, guys, welcome to the 70th episode of the On Blast Show. Obviously, you know who I am. Tonight, co-hosted with me is Albino Jiginosis.
What's up?
What's up, sir?
Not much. It's actually been a rather eventful week for me, considering that almost nothing ever happens with me.
What kind of eventful things has happened?
Well, you know, I got Street Fighter Cross-Tekken on the PC a few days ago. I've been messing with that. And a bunch of car crashes in Rockford I almost got involved with, because people don't know how to fucking drive in that city. And there was that Bears game last night, and this morning I was walking my dog before I went to school, and he ate a whole bird.
A whole thing?
Dead bird.
Head to toe, just spit out like a fucking leg?
A whole dead bird.
Alright, hold on a second. Let me just get this out this thing. Alright, so, you know, I had a cat that used to do shit like that. You know what's funny? I never read Catcher in the Rye. And somebody said that all the stories that I tell reminded him of Catcher in the Rye. Yo, that was a pretty fucking awesome book, man. I gotta say.
I never read it myself, but I've heard good things. There's a reason why it's a classic.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm actually, you know, I'm not much of a reader. You know, I mean, it has to be something that's like really good in order for me to actually read it. But I mean, I do got to say that, you know, it really, especially for being a book that was written out in the 50s, it kind of sent a message that's kind of similar to the message I'm trying to send to the younger people in the FGC. I mean, obviously, I'm not a quote-unquote catcher in the rye, which was I guess a metaphor for somebody that, you know, kept the kids from running all over the place in the rye where it was going and getting lost, and kind of kept them in check. And it
James, don't bring out the metaphors. People won't understand them. You know people these days.
Nah, they you know what? Believe it or not, me and you are probably some of the only knuckleheads that probably haven't had to read it, or actually was told to read it in school and we didn't. So I mean, I think I'm going to give these guys props and they'll figure what the metaphor is. But also, you know, what was funny about it was, you know, like all the things that have happened to me throughout the years. Basically, it was just this kid that was fed up with, what's the word I'm looking for? The scum. You know, how fake people are, the bullshit that goes on. It was very reminiscent of the FGC. You know, to the point where you could pretty much take the FGC, put it in the book, and the book would read exactly the same.
Just swap names and locations, and then bam.
That's it. And then you got the whole thing. What's kind of funny is...
sounds like a bad fan fiction just waiting to be read. Maybe we can get Brian to do it.
How could you have Brian come and read it to us all during the show one night?
Exactly.
You know, it's funny, though, because, you know, I'm done with my Twitch thing. But, you know, ironically, I still have an account with Twitch, my personal account. And I actually went on a stream of one of the admins today. And, you know, I just said hello. He knew who I was right away. I mean, it's basically JamessMK or JamessMK1, so we recognized right away. And he was like, oh, my God, you run band. That's awesome. And I'm like, no, it didn't happen. And it ain't going to happen, and I'm not going to try to happen. So, you know, but it does that same thing with the FGC and Twitch and, you know, fake fucking people, man. You know, and, you know, I wasn't going to put them on blast last week, but now I feel I have to. The director of operations for Korea sat at the Twitch party with myself, talked to me for 2 hours telling me, man, I override everybody, all the admins, all this, all that. And then he sends me an email back. In fact, where is it? I'll bring up this fucking email. I'm in that kind of mood today.
James, I already know how this is going to read. Pretty much, I'll sum it up right now. He pretty much spoon-fed you bullshit.
this is what he said to me. Where is it? Where are we? Let's go to my OBS thing. Okay. It goes, "Hey, James, sorry for the late reply. I would love to help and bring you on board after reading your email, but it seems like I can't do much to help convince the people who've TOS'd you. It seems like they made a thorough decision to not make this happen. And since this area of work is not my department, I couldn't do anything else other than a personal push from a higher up, and it didn't quite work. Thank you for your time and sharing your opinion. Again, I apologize I could not help make this happen. Hopefully in the future we can work something out if something else comes up." It's called "Get the fuck out of here, you jerk."
He said, hold up, pause. Just pause for a second. He says that he can override people, and yet he can't control the people that are below him.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That makes no sense.
In corporate culture, that makes no fucking sense. How does that even happen?
I don't know.
How does that happen?
Hold on, let me answer somebody quick. All right, let's add you to the group. What's up, Mr. Dark Lurker? Dark Lurker.
You there?
Are you there? Test 110, testicle. Apparently his mic is not working yet.
He'll figure it out.
Before I go into anything, I also want to talk about this quick. I actually want to bring in a person first. Let me bring this guy in here, add him to the group. Everybody else that I got in the queue here, quote unquote queue, now I sound a little professional, in the queue here to get in, I'll add you in a few minutes, but there's a couple of things I want to address. What's up, Reyes?
Hey, how you guys doing?
I got to ask you a quick question. You were talking about the 11-year-old, last week you were talking about the 11-year-old Tekken player?
11-year-old Tekken player?
Yeah, were you talking that there was an 11-year-old Tekken player last week?
Nah, we have an 11-year-old team member here. He plays like Marvel.
Oh, he's a Marvel guy. No.
Yeah, Jerry is one of one of Sean's proteges.
Nah, because I need a Tekken player.
I think you were.
Introducing new Raspberry 5-hour energy
let me get
from
that.
now until the.
Okay.
Right.
There's this magical device called headphones. I recommend you use them.
I don't have pluggable headphones. I only have my Bluetooth ones, and I use that for when I'm out at work.
What?
Dollar General is your best friend then. $6 earbuds.
That's sweet. I totally needed your advice.
Man, you gotta live that cheap fuck like I do.
Sure.
So, needless to say, I'm looking to get a match because I have King Ray and his son, King Ray Jr., who's repping OBS.
Wow,
to get some coming up from Florida. And I want to get him matched up with somebody. Now, I'm trying to figure out who I can get him matched up with that would be a fair fight. And King Ray's in the chat right now, and I thought you said he was a Tekken player, but he's a Marvel player. That's not gonna.
Unfortunately, I can't think of one.
Are you talking about that that 7-year-old Oscar player that plays Tekken Tag?
Yes, he's an OBS member down in Florida. He's coming up to NEC this year.
Oh, all right.
Am I coming through, James?
Yeah, you're coming through now.
Okay, I think is that the thing that I sent you that I wanted you to take a look at, the Kotaku article about like the 13-year-old Tekken player or something.
Yeah, but he's overseas though.
Oh.
He's in the Philippines.
Yeah, he's in the Philippines. So, but yeah, I mean that would be great. That would be great if he was coming to NEC, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon. But I do want to address something, and Reyes knows. This week, I'm going to throw this up there. The guys at Kick Punch Block had Extra Life, which was a charity stream that I drove up to, which was actually a really good event. And, like I said, these guys, the Kick Punch Block guys, brought in about $1,000.
Yep. Running about a little over 1,000. Like I think about like 1,440. Let me check. 1,000. Sorry, I was loading it up.
No, it's all right. But I mean, one of the things that I wanted to kind of voice a little bit of my personal disappointment, and I spoke to Rodney about it. I know there was a $500 pop bonus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little upset that the people who won actually took that money. To be honest with you, knowing that it was a charity stream and for charity, people that were located all over the tri-state area, too lazy to get off their asses and get to these events, expecting the kick punch block guys to actually come and pick them up.
That was just Master CJ, I believe.
Well, I mean, my whole point is, it's more of the scene mentality. I'm not singling out Master CJ, but I'm singling out the community as a whole.
Before I continue, the fact that I even put his name up is probably wrong.
Yeah, well,
let me just clear the air. All that they were asking for is that if somebody could either, pick them up on the way or, like lead them over there. But all of us were going to be on hand early in the morning, so we really couldn't head over to New York, over the Penn Station and pick him up. We were already in Scarsdale. We really couldn't immediately head over there at the time he was going to arrive. Yeah. So it's not like we could have actually done anything, and we weren't sure if anybody was going to carpool all the way from Manhattan, because that's a very long ride. So we communicated that we couldn't do it, and it's not like we're trying to say that we're against Hollywood mentalities, because if we had somebody that was coming at that hour, we would have definitely had somebody lead him there. We had no problem with that. The issue is that it's not like it was supposed to expected of us. They asked nicely.
No, I mean, I'm not saying. I mean,
I'm not putting Master CJ on.
No, and I'm not saying it's Master CJ as much as it is the community's frame of mind. I understand if you're on the way, or you're coming in that direction, or if you say, hey Reyes, I would love to come, but I can't get up there. Is it possible that you could see if somebody else in this area that's coming could swing by and maybe grab me, if it's on the way? But this community has this me mentality. Now, who were the top three?
I believe it was Insane was third. I think Flux was second, and Ray was first.
Okay, so I got to put Ray in Flux and
Before you do, let me clear some of the air at least. But they were nice enough to actually buy cookies on their way out, and that really helped out 8-Bit Bake Shop as well as us, because by extension they paid for the venue table, which we put towards the donations. That's how we set it up. They pay for a vendor table, and we put what they put into charity, so that way they leave with what they came. So if they made with a profit, I'm not sure, but I believe John asked, and they didn't come out with a profit, but they had no problem with that. They were just happy to come out.
But my whole thing is this. Look, every charity stream I've ever done or I've ever gone to, I stress to people, look, you know what? It's for a cause. It's like the community can't even technically come together for one cause in a solid manner with selfless reasons. And that's just reality, I mean, I'm not trying to, I talked to Ray, I talked to Flocka, in the past, and I don't have nothing against them on a personal note, but dude, it was a charity stream. You know what I'm saying? Even if you offered the $500 and God forbid I won Marvel, I'd be like, you know what? Keep the money. I didn't come here. I came here to prove a point and raise money and help you guys raise money.
Everybody has the same moral mentality than you do. I'm pretty sure that some of the players you know, like do have daily jobs, but it's nice to have like some money on the side. But the fact that I remember Insane just like going up to buying like a metric shit ton of cookies on his way out. I think $20-$30 worth of cookies.
Okay, so I mean, at least they shelled some of it back in.
Those cookies were off the chain. I just want to toss that out while I'm
Yes, they
still
were.
on stream. 8-Bit Bake Shop, that they make bacon cookies. Bacon cookies.
Wow, really?
Bacon cookies.
Damn.
The bacon's inside the cookie. It doesn't even taste like bacon. There's no gristle in it. It is the tits.
The tits.
The tits. That said, like at least they put in some on their way out.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, and and look, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. You know, I mentioned this there too, but I mean, me personally, you know, had I known that before because I got there late, they'd already cut out. I would have gave them a what the fuck.
Nah.
I definitely would have, because that's, I mean, that, but not, you know, because it's your guys' event and you're running it your way, I would shut my mouth. Yeah. But had I been running the event, I'd get to the front door. Where you going?
That's a little heavy-handed.
Well, you know what? I definitely would. You know, because you know, well, first of all, to be honest, I wouldn't have put up a $500 pot, but they probably wouldn't have showed up.
Yeah,
and that's the switch side to it.
It had to be explained to me by the whole team. It's just that, you know, I was willing to have a tangible, physical item that you won via the tournament, rather than a pot. Like, because if there's one thing that people don't like to see on a flyer for a charity event, is that, you know, like, you actually, you know, are seeking to make money. And we were fully transparent. We made no money out of this.
Yeah.
A lot of us put up $500. We came out like a lot negative, but what we gained in positive karma is definitely more to look forward to than anything else. That said, the final number that we made, of which we can still accept donations, by the way, is $1,160. I wanted to thank the entire community, everybody who came out, everybody who donated before, during, and after. Especially one of the viewers, his name is Great Question. He actually put me on the board, I'll give him $15 because I was, despite being the leader, I had $0. Like, my friends were not sending me money, and I'm like, I'm doing this for me mostly, and like, I'm just surprised that my friends didn't turn out and help me out. But I have no problem with how everything turned out. I'm happy.
Yeah, no, the event overall was a great event. It was a fun event. You know, I mean, I got to play some Chaos Code finally. It is not a bad game, to be honest with you.
I would have been willing to actually scrap up with you if I wasn't playing the marathon game.
Yeah.
Like, I play a mean Ruri.
And then we were playing, me, I don't know which one of the twins it was. I think it was
probably John.
I think it was John. John, myself, and not Socorro, fucking Kakarot played the wrestling game on the N64, which was actually
No Mercy.
With No Mercy, which was actually fucking flashback big time, and it was actually really cool. And I wish we streamed it. You know, that would have been really fucking hyped, and probably would have brought in some more money.
If people bring No Mercy to our casuals on Friday, I'd probably be better at it than I was. I was playing as Taz. I probably deserved losing.
Oh no, we had a rule. You were only allowed to use characters that had passed away.
Oh, did you play Chris Benoit?
No, I used Big Boss Man.
Oh, okay. That's a little classy.
Big Boss Man died?
Yeah.
Ray Trailer died during his WCW run.
It was May. It was, what's her name? May, whatever her name was.
Mae Young's still alive.
Not Mae Young. Is it Mae Young? Yeah, Mae Young is still alive. That's what I thought.
So was Moolah.
Yeah, Moolah's alive too. So it was May versus Boss Man versus Benoit in a ladders match.
Oh, you didn't use Randy Savage, man? You had to use Randy Savage.
Randy Savage is not a No Mercy.
Yeah, he's not in it.
Why not? He should be.
We would create
THQ,
him. I would
man.
definitely create him. There is no problem with me having the finisher as a jumping elbow drop.
It's THQ. There's a reason why they're bankrupt.
Yeah, well, that's the same thing with Acclaim. Unfortunately,
Hey,
anybody that gets a WWE license actually seems to go bankrupt.
Did No Mercy have that custom
I still think
character
they're
creator thing?
like Borderlands money.
I don't know if it had did that one have the created character, or was that the other one?
Yeah, it does have created characters, but I believe you had to go through the SmackDown store to do it, and it was an Aki game, so you had a lot of Japanese moves you had to sift through.
I'm thinking of some kind of N64 fighter. I think it was just the WrestleMania 2000 game where you could actually, like, they had Chaz where he was Mosh and Thrasher, and if you actually made him Mosh, they'd both run down. It was like some Easter egg unlock. What game is that?
Yeah, you have to go through their costumes and pick the ones that actually matched, because he was Chaz then with D'Lo Brown, and you had to press to get Mosh, and then Thrasher was there still.
Mosh.
Yeah.
I forgot all about Mosh.
Yo, I said I can't wait to play WWE 14. I heard it was good. So.
Who was the one that D'Lo Brown wound up crippling?
Draws.
Draws, that was it. He wasn't in that one, is he?
I believe he's not.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I don't think they would put him in. That was too late. Actually, I think he was already wheelchair bound by then, so I don't think they would put him in.
Was that the guy who used to spit blood?
No, Vomit. The guy who spit blood was Grand Girl.
Oh, right.
Guys, you are aging me. I really don't like being this in depth with my WWE.
Wow, I'm like, wow. So, who slammed Yokozuna?
Damn, nobody fucks with your wrestling
Lex
knowledge.
Luger, son. Lex Luger. And he shit his pants when he was trying to do it.
Wasn't he on the battleship or some shit like that when he did that?
Yeah. It was the first WWF event on a carrier, and he was coming out from his Lex Luger's American tour, where he had a red, white, and blue truck, and actually not a truck, like a tour bus, and he was just going to like down home areas and just being like, "Hey, I'm Lex Luger, yay America," because they just lost Hulk Hogan and they needed an American hero.
So he was like the Guile of WWF.
Yes.
Now he's on that porn shop, that fucking pawn shop store fucking show, selling his capes and shit. Somebody told me about that. I was like, what? He said, yeah, he brought his cape into that pawn shop. I don't forget what the name of the show is. Something
Hardcore
with
Pawn?
I don't know. No, hardcore.
Hardcore Pawn.
Is that what it's called?
Say what?
Pawn Stars, Cajun Pawn Stars.
Not porn.
Yeah, I know that. Pawn.
Exalt Malt, I will do a barbecue in the summer. I'll definitely do an OBS barbecue, and I'm actually going to be moving from where I'm at, so I'm probably going to be out of here by the end of the month. So, needless to say, well, not probably, definitely going to be out of here by the end of the month, so I might actually wind up moving into the Uniondale area, so watch out, Malt. But I mean, we got NEC coming up, obviously. So, like I said, I got, King Ray, which happy birthday, King Ray Sr., and King Ray Jr., his son, who's the 7-year-old, who, trying to get him some matchups. So, I want to try and get them streamed. I mean, he is the youngest Tekken player. The other kid from the Philippines may be 11, but the kid pretty much just said, I mash buttons.
Well, Asuka is one of those characters you can mash buttons with. But...
He's like, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I'm like, wow, this kid's a philosopher.
He's mini Valle.
But it brings me to the point that, again, did Event Hubs advertise your charity stream?
Nope. I don't even think they posted up the videos. I don't think any of us actually put it up.
You didn't.
Yeah,
but wait, hold on. I'm going to get to my point in a second. Did SRK?
No.
Did Kotaku?
No.
But they could find these various sites can find the time to bash me, and they can find time to talk about 11-year-old kids in the Philippines, but they can't find the time to know what's going on in their scene in the States.
But James, that requires effort. These sites are lazy fucks who don't want to do anything.
What is this? What are you saying? What are you? Oh God, yeah. I'm looking to get a place in Uniondale, maybe. So, needless to say, I mean, do they want us to actually do their work for them? I mean, like I said, I'm going to PAX this year. You know, just so I can confront people and be like, you know, now do you want to get my side of the story rather than just write an article when, I mean, I've put my phone number out there, I've done everything else, and why don't you just actually do a two-sided argument rather than just sit there and call me homophobic racist? You know, and like I said, and it's not just me. It's so much that goes on in this scene. The Noel Brown incident, you know, all of a sudden getting front page. Well, why don't you cover things like this? You know, that you guys are raising $1,100 for, you know, charity. You know, stuff like that needs to be brought out more. These guys that say, you know, these sites are good, no, they got to do their jobs or get the fuck out.
In all fairness, if we even like tried to promote that, like that, you know, we made such and such amount of money, we're gonna get overshadowed by every other head who made money like that. For the little podunk Westchester FGC group that made money, there is also Rooster Teeth that made like $10,000. Like you're gonna see that on the store on there more than you would see.
People are attracted to big numbers rather than small numbers.
My thing is this, you know, you guys, in comparison to an SRK or any of these other guys, are a small group of guys that have been playing together how long now?
I'm not sure. I've only been in the group a year, I believe.
I think they've been around for a couple of years now. You know, you want to spread the scene. Okay, you want the scene to grow. Well, how many people knew Kick Punch Block is based out of Scarsdale or up in the Westchester Yonkers area? How many players out there don't even know you guys exist because nobody gives you any coverage whatsoever?
I didn't know they existed.
Thanks.
You know, I mean, but that's the truth. You know, I mean, the only reason people now know about OBS is because I get labeled. You know, and Junior said something on Twitter, CDjr. For you who don't know, that, you know, it seems like the only people that get known in this scene are people who do the bad things, you know, or get labeled the bad guy. Everybody knows the bad guys, you know. So, you know, my point is that, you know, he's right in a way where, you know, the more notoriety you get, look at Tom Brady. You know, Tom Brady, you know, he literally is labeled the crying emo, this and that. You know, yeah, but you know what? Everybody knows who Tom Brady is. You know, and they know they're not talking about the quarterback for the Patriots. You know, and it don't matter whether you are, you know, in the Marvel universe or you're in the Tekken universe. You know, you still know who he is, and it's that notoriety that's brought him, quote unquote, his fame, if you will.
And it's sad. No, Eris's name just because he fucked up on
the show.
Yeah. So James, you're kind of proposing that you know, it sort of falls under that there is no such thing as bad publicity sort of thing.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, look, my band, you know, I mean, look, I mean, it's no shocker that, you know, I was carrying between 1,000 and 3,000 views per episode on Twitch. You know, so I was reaching a wider audience, you know, but, you know, when I thought about it, and that was the reason, you know, the reason I wanted to get back onto Twitch as well, to be honest, is I wanted to become the Hugo Chavez of the FGC. I want to simulcast on every channel at the same time.
Is your heart going to explode at the age of 60 also, if you're the Hugo Chavez of the FGC?
No, I'm here to stay. I mean, well, between all the caffeine and the cigarettes, it might, but...
No, you'll be the Dick Cheney of the FGC. You live just off pure hatred.
I'll be like, let's go one better. I'll be the Fidel Castro, because he's still alive.
Oh, God.
He's still alive.
What?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Fidel Castro is like almost 90 years old now.
He's got to be more than that. He's got to be like 96.
I'm pretty sure it's a double.
Yeah, I mean, he's...
Somebody Wikipedia that shit right now.
You know, but, I mean, my point is, yeah, Cross Assault was not good at all. I mean, look, I mean, I like both of them.
It shouldn't have been a co-ed event.
Yeah.
I mean, like... It would have been fine if you had a, you know, male and female division and have them live in separate rooms, or like, you know, like live in like separate houses, because the hazing would have continued regardless, and we'd be asked out as a community. We had no business being in that situation.
Yeah, but you know what? At the same time, that's Capcom allowing it to happen. Them not engaging the situation right away. You know what I'm saying?
The main thing that from what I got out of the whole situation is I didn't watch it all that much because I really didn't care. But to me, it seemed like Capcom kind of just like they had their schedule and then they just kind of threw people on consoles and just let them do their thing while they streamed it.
Yeah, but they
and that ended up blowing up in their face.
Yeah, and it goes to show the same people who thought that was a great idea are the same people that said MLG taking Capcom games would be a horrible idea and it would ruin the grassroots and it would ruin this, as Triforce went around screaming the sky is falling and everybody's saying, man, shut up, you don't know shit. And slowly as the esports starts to talk to Capcom realized their mistake. Capcom's now a hurting company. When was the last time they actually made a hit?
Capcom got fucked by Resident Evil 6 in so many ways.
What's up, Lumiere?
Yeah, they put a lot of money into that, which they really... Yeah. And it backfired because they didn't do what they should have. They should have
They turned it into a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah.
It's a Michael Bay movie.
Don't spoil.
As a video game.
We're supposed to be callbacks to the old Resident Evil era, like that he was from. Come off like we're just waiting for an explosion here, and Jake didn't help. My God, his battles are just chase scenes.
Like I said,
it's the son of Wesker.
Even like you look at Mega Man. Where's Mega Man?
Don't spoil.
Wait. Where's Mega Man?
Bullshit.
Now I heard they're doing Strider.
Yeah, they're doing Strider. That game is actually pretty good. I had an opportunity to try it out at NYCC. It feels like Strider 2. The searching mechanics play like Strider NES. So you get that fusion of hyperkinetic combat along with the Metroidvania looking for your Scyther Cypher's abilities, like cutting through bullets and explosive slashes. That was in the demo so far.
Yeah.
What I don't like is the fact that your scarf changes colors based on what your Cypher is able to do, but with all the particle effects flying around, it's really hard to see where your color of your scarf is, so you don't know what ability you have, because you switch on them from the D-pad and there's no like visual cue that said, "Oh, I changed, by the way." So that's my only real gripe with it. I didn't share it with anybody, but I know NYCC also had an actual replica of the Cypher that I got to hold, and I almost like nerdgasmed for it. Like I'm holding Falchion, and I'm like,
well, I'm not that obsessed, but hey, whatever floats the boat, man. I don't judge. Remember.
Yep.
We got a brony here too, so I can't judge. I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube.
James,
oh wait,
James.
I could say. Oh wait, I forgot something. I could say what I want on this show. I forgot. I'm not at Twitch anymore.
18 days, people. 18 days.
For what?
Season 4.
Oh my God! I saw that. I started following a lot of the bronies.
Yeah.
Now, what do you call it? Now, what do you call some of these chicks? What do they get called?
They call them Pegasisters.
Pegasister.
Is that what
I didn't know there was a term for them.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I will say...
I don't even watch the show and I know this.
I don't know
You guys gotta
that.
step your shit up.
Well, you know what it is?
It's like fighting game. People know shit, but they don't know it. Like they've heard of it, but they don't do it.
Then again, I play Valve games, so there's a brony invasion that's been going on since the show came out.
Anyway, I don't want to cut too much into bronyism. We're doing fighting game, but go ahead. What were you saying, James? Or
hold on, what was that, Reyes?
Is there alicorn hats in TF2?
I have no idea.
No idea.
I really don't play TF2 that much anymore.
I hope not.
But my point was, and for the last couple of weeks, and I hate to sound, kind of corny, but you know, be a brony and be proud, man. Fuck that shit. You know, if people don't like it, they can pretty much they can
James,
eat it.
have you ever saw you saw Tara Strong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now she's good looking, right?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I would tap me some Pegasus.
She's damn good looking. So you know, I don't know how old she is, but she's damn good looking.
You know, so I mean, there's definitely a scene that is growing with that community, and within that community, there are fighting game players, obviously. So there's no reason that these two worlds can't kind of get squished together to try and make the scene bigger.
What was that scene that just happened? What was it called? Like Yumacon or something?
Yeah.
Was that a fighting game tournament, or was that like anime?
It was more anime.
A fighting game tournament in it. Like,
Did you go to that? Or?
I unfortunately did not go to it. I was supposed to go, but I wound up getting stuck at work this weekend, and plus I wound up going up to the charity stream in lieu of going to Yumacon.
Against us, so
shit happens, James. Don't feel bad about it.
I mean, look, I wanted to go. I mean, the guys from Corn are always great to see. I know they're coming to NEC, so I'll catch them there. But you know, I mean, like I said, what I'm really trying to figure out is what the unknown person. No, I'm not clapping at any man. But you know, I want to get unknowns to actually let people know. And when I say unknowns, I don't mean that in a negative way. But it's not the Justin Wongs and it's not the Sanfords. I mean, Sanford said he wants to come on a little later, so you know, he'll be around. But I want to get some of the regular guys that are just gaming that, you know.
Oh, I got a story for that. I actually got a great story today.
Well, I got guys I'm going to add in 2 seconds. Let me grab a couple of these guys.
I'll do a quick story. You know how I was telling you about my buddy Norton at college that had the effed up hand?
No.
The one I was telling you about, the guy, the Marine was going to make him the custom stick.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well today this guy came in with this what was it, a Sanwa stick, and it had the ball top, and I mean, it wasn't the one that he made him. It was just, you know, he showed up to play Street Fighter. I was like, oh cool. I was like, and he's like, yo, let me try the stick out, and he was just moving around with a ball top, and the smile on his face, he was just like, oh my god, I can move! And then he was sucking his green arrow, but I was like, dude, you're moving! You can finally move left and right! He's like, oh my god, I fucking love this tournament stick! And I'm like, it just made me feel real good. So, just like I told you, he can't move his left hand, so he can't use the D-pad, so like he can't move. So he was being able to move back and forth, and yeah, you know, there was no focus dashing and all this crap, but it's like he was just happy he could move, and it made me feel real good. So
that's sweet.
So, you know.
All right, so let me go to first. Christopher, you there? I hear you breathing. All right. Raj, you there?
Yeah, you can hear me, right?
Yep, we hear you loud and clear.
Welcome to the OBS, Raj.
So Metalblayd. Tell us where you're from, games you play, all that good stuff.
Hi guys. As you know, my name is Raj. My handle is Metalblayd, and I'm from Vegas, and I am a Marvel player, but I am learning Street Fighter and some other games too.
So now, what do you think about the FGC as a whole? Like, and again, when I call guys like yourself or Christopher, you got your mic on now? I'm not picking you up, Christopher.
Earthquake? I'm really not thinking.
But are you talking to yourself, Reyes?
Yeah.
They got pills to help that stop. The voices in your head do stop to take the medicine, man.
Yeah.
Chris, all right, I hear you.
Yeah.
Yep, we hear you. You're loud. You're loud. You're jacked up really loud. I don't know if he's hearing us. Anyway, let me get back to Raj. So you're from the Vegas scene.
Yes, I am.
Now, how is the scene as far as casuals and locals for you guys?
Describe the Vegas scene pretty much.
The Vegas scene. We aren't as big as people would think we are, considering like we're the home of Evo, and but pretty much we just have a small scene. Actually, tonight a new LAN gaming spot just opened up.
Okay.
But I'm not going tonight. It's called
can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Hello.
Yep, we hear you. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, we hear you.
Yeah. But it's called I think it's called Press Start Gaming,
Okay.
and they're having casuals over there right now.
Hello.
We hear you. You hear us.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
we definitely hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, your mic is a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
But
Try speaking a little softer to get rid of some of that fuzz.
I hear
but anyways, as far as that's going tonight, I've seen the pictures that people are posting, and it looks the new venue for the casuals looks pretty good. But right now, but like before that, right now we've just had our casuals every Wednesday inside our garage by these guys that stream and help out with the Vegas scene here, named Hitbox.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, what's your overall perspective of the scene from, and again, not to sound insulting, but like an unknown, like myself or Albino, or Dark Lurker. We're not the Justin Wongs and the Diego Unsuarez's. We're just regular cats that play games casually. We're not looking to make $1 million. We're not looking to retire from this. What when you look at this scene now, especially for you, being that you have Evo right there, so you are in the heart where everybody's major of majors takes place. So, how many Evos have you attended?
I've only attended 2 right now. I'm still pretty new to the scene myself. I've only been here for about 2.5 years.
So you're a dreaded 09er, metaphorically.
Yeah. Yes, I am. I will be that.
And you know what? There ain't nothing wrong with that, because all these guys that even use that terminology in a negative way were somethingers before you were.
That honestly doesn't mean shit to me. If you've been playing games since like forever, that term doesn't mean shit.
I have been playing games since forever, but
I'm a 09er. I'm an 89er. That's when I started playing games.
I'm a fucking.
There you go.
I'm a 73er.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I said I was playing Mortal Kombat before I was even in school, man.
I'm still looking to money match anybody in Karate Champ if we can get our hands on Karate Champ.
Wait, you looking for karate, kempo, kung fu, kickboxing, K1 Revenge? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about Data East Karate Champ.
Karate Champ on the NES.
I have some old shitty fighter game that I picked up for like 25 cents. I've never even heard of it. It was karate, kempo, kung fu,
You know what, James? You know what, James? I will humor you. If for some ungodly reason I happen to come across you at a tournament or something, or even just real life, I will money match you in Karate Champ, expecting to lose, but I'll do it anyway.
Exalt Malt's taking me up on that. You're going to be at NEC, Malt, I know that. So, yes, has got me. I don't know. You know what? Shit. I got a little problem, because everything in my life is a fucking problem. I can never just have a cake fucking life like everybody else.
What is this life you speak of?
This life I speak of. Remember how back in April I was wearing that bracelet on my leg for fighting cops? Well, apparently they decided to extend my non-drinking for another 6 months. So, as you can see, I'm drinking Mountain Dew. I know you're not a drinker, but I am a drinker. And I'm drinking Kickstart Mountain Dew.
Nah, James, you gotta drink the bottles with the caps so I can get the codes like in the Xbox One.
What if?
I got two of them.
Alcohol. You smoked the alcohol. Can you do that?
Doesn't matter. Any way that I consume alcohol, I get fucked.
Like, you get random checks, right?
Yeah.
Instant
No,
breathalyzer.
no, not random. Not random.
Can you use mouthwash?
They didn't say I couldn't. They didn't
Don't fuck with it, James. Don't fuck.
I don't even want to go. I don't even want to go there, to be honest. I mean, it's
Want my
You
piss,
don't
man?
get
I'll sell you
screwed. They'd be
piss.
like, Mr. Fink, we found .04, and you'd be like, hey, I'm just using Listerine. Just use Listerine.
Nah, they hit me up. They hit me up because I did my first piss test. It's only piss tests, but apparently they now got a technology that can actually keep it up to 80 hours. Now,
Hey, James.
I do.
James,
Hold on.
James.
I do the first test. And I come up with benzopene in me. They're like, so what are you taking? I'm like, Valium, Vicodin, Oxycontin. They're like, you can't take any of that anymore. I'm like, for real?
It's from my back.
They are. I mean, I just got done with the hernia operation. I had the hernia operation. I said I had my rib pop out and fucking my back. I said, I can't help it if none of these doctors talk to each other. And they basically prescribed me a fucking cocktail of death. You know, but I was just taking my things and, you know, doing it. I thought I was doing the right thing. And it's like, no, you can't take that no more. I'm like, okay.
Opioids. Delicious.
Yeah.
Just gotta go NyQuil and Tylenol, James. That's
I
all you
can't
can
even
do.
take NyQuil.
Oh, what?
Hey, James, I'm just going to say this.
Take Dayquil. How about Dayquil?
James, you're kind of going off on a tangent here. Let's let Metalblayd finish what he was saying about his scene.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Someone's got to keep you in check, James.
Yes, thank you. I knew I brought you on for a reason.
It's all good.
Vegas, baby, Vegas.
I'm pretty quick. Yeah, I'm pretty much just enjoying the discussion here, but it's fine. But pretty much we've just had our this was basically over the summer, but we just had our casuals over at this garage, and set up by the guys who run Hitbox over at Vegas. And before that, we actually had an arcade we would stay at before that got closed down. And so that's why I was saying would hang out before.
Blade, I actually have a question for you. I remember I was staying in Harrah's back in 2009, and I actually saw on the TV they were playing Street Fighter 3. I don't remember what the hell network it was, but did they ever have like local stations with streaming games on it or fighting anything on there, or no? I was just flipping through channels in the casino when I was in the room, and it turned on a match like Dudley Makoto. I was like, what the hell's this? And they were just, it was on TV. So I was wondering, did they ever do that, like local local run stations? Did they ever have anything like that there, or is that probably just like a one-of?
It was probably just like a broadcast throughout the entire hotel.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Probably. It's like I'm not sure what you're getting at here, but
they probably just ripped the.
I mean, there was no
straight into their router and stuff like that. I don't know.
I mean, there was no Evo at Harrah's in 2009, was there?
No. I mean, I think they might have had a feed coming from somewhere. You know, I don't know how they did that, but I mean, usually that's kind of shit that you see that goes on in like Korea or something. I mean, I don't see me turning on my TV anytime soon and seeing Alex Vi and Justin Wong practicing at.
It was the only time. It was the only time it happened. And it was in Japanese too. It made no sense.
I don't know. It must have been some kind of error. I don't know.
They got that Nico hookup.
So Metalblayd. So what do you think from looking as a 09er, as everybody likes to say, looking in at the scene and how you think it, how do you receive it? Do you think it's growing? Do you think it's stagnant? Has it got its boring moments? What do you think overall of the scene?
Even though I've seen the scene have some of its bad moments, I see it growing. I honestly see it growing. Like, other people may say otherwise, but I see the scene growing, though.
Blackheart, you there? You're not coming through on the microphone.
Yeah, it's just when when I would watch majors on stream and whatnot, I would see the venues get like bigger and have just a little more support. It could be better, of course, but that's just what I see.
Now, as far as the food chain, if you will, from what you see, like I said, you know, the Diego Suarez's and the Toquitos, the Justin Wangs, and you know, all these top players. Do you find them do you actually strive to get to that level, or are you more casual? I mean, are you willing to accept mediocrity, I guess is what I'm looking to say. You know, if you're not going to be the top guy, are you content with being just the middle guy, or do you strive to actually get to that level?
Well, as far as striving to get to the top level, I mean, I think it would be nice to get to that top level, but like I've done some thinking about that. And I was like, I'll probably just be one of those guys in the future that would like provide media coverage and like probably make different videos, like be more like the marketable type person.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'll be a content producer rather than just a top player.
Yeah, I'll most likely be a content producer.
Now you obviously, like I said, as an 09er in the Marvel universe, do you get slack from that? Like, do you bounce around to websites like SRK and all them, or are you pretty much content you were local scenes and try to get to the local scenes, or you a combination online?
I am a combination of online and local. I have not within the past year I have not done much online at all. But like before then, when I was like early to the scene, I would be online like every day and whatnot. And as far as forums, I've never really saw myself as the forum type person. I would go to SRK every now and then and see what's up, but not that often. I'm not a common forum attender or whatnot.
Mikey K159. In 09, there is a terminology that's used to describe somebody that's come into the scene in the year 2009 and on.
Via Street Fighter 4 being able to be played online.
You know, and it's usually sent. It's not a dumb question.
It's actually normally used as a sort of like a dismissive term, you know, used by like OGs, like, oh, hey, I was here in the ghetto dark ages of the FGC back when
I still live in my mama's house.
Chris, you there? Hold on. All right, now I hear you. Okay. Oh, you're still a little loud though.
I see that a lot.
My bad.
All right, there you go. You're much perfect. You're on the money. All right, so Chris, now I'm gonna go to you. Introduce yourself. Tell us how long you've been in the scene, and give us a quick rundown of what you think of this scene.
All right. My name is Chris. If it's wrong, Wrightson. Basically, you can guess. You can call me an 09er. I kind of did come around that time during when Street Fighter came in. That's when I started actually realizing the world of the competitive scene. I was one of those spoiled kids that like could beat everybody around the block. So I thought I was the shit, and I thought I was like the hottest thing like in town and shit. So when I finally fought somebody who actually was a part of the FGC, who knew what the hell he was doing, and a really good guy at that, it made me mad. I was pissed. I was angry beyond belief, and it was just like It was funny because this was the first time I was so mad. It was like I couldn't just leave it alone, be mad, and like just like I don't know, break a wall or something. It was just like I was like I had to understand why. I had to understand what the hell happened here because I felt like I was outsmarted. I felt like I was stupid, and I hated that feeling. So I talked to the guy, Salim Brown, and he just like I don't know, I just became a friend of him, and he showed me all the games he played. He played Mark of the Wolves, you know, everything from every Street Fighter invented, like everything, just Melee, everything. So basically with him, he was really like he's like I don't want to say a strict guy, but he's like a very goal oriented guy, and he's very methodical in everything he does.
Okay.
So like he exercises this day, he's routinely eating this stuff this day. Like he's very very healthy, very very good model, in that kind of regard.
Unlike me.
And and especially in the fighting games, like it's his he has so much patience. He has so much like it's you can see why he wins and when he wins. Like it's one thing I always loved about him is that he always tried to force me to learn fundamentals. Like he threw me at David Sterling, he threw me at the Domination, he threw me at the Maj's Handbook, all that stuff. So I ended up having to read everything, and I'm glad I read it though. Like they're definitely all good reads, so I'm glad I did. But he's definitely about like going back to starting with baby steps and then going from there. Like he's very traditional, and I appreciate everything he did for me. Because like I have to admit, like one thing I have to sit back and always recognize is that I have to attribute a lot of the factors and the characteristics of my life and how I act due to my time in the FGC. Like my time learning under him, my time learning, going to tournaments, my time, growing as an FGC member and learning about, how fighting games and the fighting game mentality and all that good stuff. That a lot of the things I learned in that journey, I carry throughout life in other aspects, and it really, really helps me out. Like, for instance, the biggest thing I have to admit is patience. Like, a lot of times, like, I have a commute to work every day. I usually have to get up at 6 a.m., and then I get home by 6 because I have to go to PA, and that's like usually about an hour and 25-minute minimum ride each way. So I have to deal with all the traffic. Like three times I have to deal with traffic, and it's like it's crazy. So I have to. But fighting games, for some reason, like it's made me come up with ways to alleviate that stress by doing things ahead of time so that I can keep myself occupied, and at the same time like just being able to just take it and just be patient, not worry about it. And it's crazy. Like it's just. The connections I get from it are just mind blowing. So I absolutely have no regrets about being in the FGC, although I do not like the way the FGC is at the moment now at all.
What is it that you don't like about the scene? In fact, I don't want to just go with you. I want to go down the line with everybody.
Myself included.
Yes.
You're
at the end. You're at the end though, because you know what? I know you're gonna fucking banter because I already read your piece. So we'll start with Christopher, and then we'll work our way around.
I think the scene is stagnant. I think it is not going anywhere positive. I think all the games are getting dumber and dumber by generation. I think that people's egos have changed. I think the mentality of the fighting game mentality has changed. I think no one's hungry. I think it's just terrible. Like, I think we are at a standstill, if anything. Like, we are ruining chances to build relationships to help further ourselves, and we're just shooting ourselves in the foot all the time. Like, it's crazy. I don't know. Like, I mean, like, later on, we're done talking about this. Part. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say later on after I'm talking about this. I have a solution in my head that I think I wanted to talk about that might cover some of these problems that I wanna. Maybe it's just a foundation or starting thought. Maybe it can be passed around, and some smart people can actually come around and get something going. But I just want to share because I feel like this is something that can help a lot of issues that I feel in FGC are problems. But I'm gonna continue. Let somebody else go.
All right, Metalblayd, you're up next.
Metalblayd, you're up.
So. What were you saying again?
What is it that you don't like about this scene, if anything at all?
It could be anything. Just go with it. Roll with it.
It's all right. Oh, as Christopher is saying, like I have seen a lot of like egotistical players that will like. I have seen a lot of like egotistical players that are like very mean and whatnot to, especially like the new players of the scene. Like, say you aren't like as good or as skilled as some of they are, they'll like talk down to you for that. I don't know. It's just what I've seen.
I mean, it is common. I mean, I still, like I said, I get called an 09er. And I'm like, really? You're calling me an 0 fucking 9er? I was here before the scene existed. How the hell did I become an 09?
You worked on the original MK. A lot of players weren't even born when that game was released.
Exactly.
That's scary. He no good. I know there's stuff you don't like about the scene.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Come on, lay it out.
Yeah.
We're all waiting.
Oh gosh, these top players that complain about the pots and shit, and like the scene stagnant,
Those
like
guys.
they don't do anything to help their communities better. Like they feel that they're so good, like they don't have to help anybody. Any of the new people coming into fighting games the first time and shit, like none of these motherfuckers put out tutorial videos to help them, you know, not even help themselves out. They won't help out the community itself. So it's pretty much this, you know, go fuck yourself. If you can't beat me, then fuck you type of mentality. And that's not gonna help the scene grow at all.
Now you're
So
down.
nobody's gonna get hungry. Nobody's gonna give a fuck. All right, go to your weekly, earn your $100. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna fucking go to work and get paid for real. Like, why the fuck am I gonna join your scene for?
You know, even if the scene did produce money, it shouldn't stop these dumb motherfuckers from getting real jobs. That's the part that I can't grasp, is the concept of thinking you're gonna retire from this
scene. Like the trains passed. Like MLG came, they offered, and these guys they shit on MLG, so now they're gonna get fucked.
I mean, Triforce swears that the train's coming back around, so
it's coming around, but not everybody's gonna get on the train.
Yeah,
and it's not gonna be.
It's coming back around, but will you be ready for it? That's the thing.
I know Macas is trying hard.
I don't know.
To get on that train. Macas don't give a fuck about the community. You think they give a fuck about the community? They're just there to line their pockets. They're on every fucking stream. They're getting 150,000 views on every like big major, and they're making their profit. They don't contribute to anything but giving out free fucking joysticks to all the suckers out there.
Yeah, I can't.
Fuck
I gotta admit, Markman hooked me up, so I can't complain about that. But you are right. But you know, at the end of the day, you also got to keep in mind they are a business, and that's what businesses do. Mikey, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Whoa! Jack that mic down a little bit.
Sorry about that. 1 second.
While he's figuring that out, Mad Cats owns the scene.
They do.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't.
I've heard some shit. Like I'm not gonna.
They don't even have to try, because they have a complete, functional, and literal monopoly on this scene.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're like, if you want to upgrade to a stick, what's the first thing you think of? Mad Cats. Their ROI is completely absurd with the amount of investment they put in, just because they own the scene.
Now hold on. Now Reyes, what do you think of the scene as a whole? You've been around for a while now.
I have a feeling that a lot of people treat it like poker, like
poker.
The fire has like kind of died, like in that in like popularity of Texas Hold'em back in the day, and like a lot of people approach the fighting game pots like it should be poker. Like the more people in it are just the more suckers that line my pockets.
Basically,
that's not the right way to look at it.
Just saying, like Justin Wong was Chris Moneymaker.
For
a while he was.
Yeah, but back in the
Whatever
day,
happened to that guy anyway? You know?
Back in the days of Marvel 2, it was more underground and a lot more hungrier people.
Mm-hmm.
Like now, it's just treated like commonplace that these people come in, take our money, and leave, and like they take this mentality that they can pay rent with that. You can't pay rent with that. I can't make rent. I work $10.50 an hour.
You know what though? The only way you can pay rent by winning consistently, like Chris G, and like not have to worry about anything, is if you live where I live. Two bedroom apartments going for $450.
Yeah,
like 5 roommates.
Yeah, listen, Chris G's only got one roommate. I think it's just Remix, and Remix takes care of shit. So
this girl's there too, Amy.
Oh, that's right, Amy too. Okay.
2-bedroom apartment, 400, 500. Where do you live?
The middle of fucking nowhere.
He's in
there you go.
Exactly. Exactly. Let me tell you something. I started looking this week for an apartment. I ain't paying less than $1,200 for a fucking studio.
That's sad, man. You
For
gotta
a
take a
studio.
shit right in your bedroom, like without fucking separate rooms.
I mean, it's a decent sized studios, but it's a studio. Now,
Take a
I
shit
want,
in the kitchen.
a one bedroom's going to run you between 13 and 1600. I'm paying 1675 right now for a one bedroom apartment. So
It's the price you pay for the location you live.
Chris is also sponsored. Not everybody, gets
Yeah.
a little extra.
But however, we also don't know the details of his contract, and quite frankly, we don't need to know because it's none of our damn business.
We never know that. There's never a full transparency on people's contracts.
Well,
So-
it's because there shouldn't be, because it's none of our damn business.
Yeah, that's what
I'll
I'm
just tell
saying.
you, he's okay.
I'm not saying that there should be transparency. What I'm saying is that like
I mean,
these guys come in and don't treat the small people with the equal amount of respect that we give them. Like, we line their pockets. If we don't win, we line their pockets. But if we win, we come out a victor. But
Yeah.
there's only gonna be one winner in a tournament of thousands of people.
I mean, look, let me. All right, I'm going to just say this. And I'm going to run down the line of all of you again with this question. I know Chris G's contract. What do you? We're going to start with you, Reyes. Just to throw the number out there, what you think he would be making?
Like sponsorship wise?
Yeah. What would you think?
I guess they would cover travel and his pot, like his pot entry.
Oh, I thought you were talking about his marijuana fucking habit. I was going to say, I don't think he smoked weed. I don't think he smoked weed.
Just like how much he would pay would be covered, and then he would leave with what he got. Like that, I would think that would be the most limited sponsorship deal you could get, and you also figure in how parts, controllers, and shit like that. And merchandise. That's about it. But I don't know about merchandise percentage on how much how much they sell for what he has to wear on stream and everything.
Obviously,
'Cause
headsets.
I've seen him wear the weirdest fucking scarves over his face back in the day before he was sponsored.
Now,
and I don't think
I'll
he can
tell
pull
you.
off that
I'll tell
move.
you this. You're correct, but he does bring in as well.
James, can I fire at this before you
Go ahead.
read off what he gets and all that stuff? I would guess that he has travel covered,
Yep.
admission,
Yep.
hotel,
Yep.
10%, some sort of 5% commission off of anything that's sold
Yep.
using his coupon code on age.com or whatever the fuck their website is. And maybe if he meets a certain sales threshold, maybe he'll get a $1,000 bonus or something
This
like
guy's
that.
a smart guy. He knows
I
his
agree
shit.
with that.
Yeah.
He knows his shit.
Yeah. So I'm not going to say whether you're right or wrong on that. I'm going to move down the line to some of the lesser known guys. We're going to start with Blackheart. Chris G, what do you think he pulls in? Off of AGE. Your mic is gone again, so we're going to go move to Metalblayd.
Oh wait, you talking to me?
No, I was talking to Chris. But
Chris?
Yeah, Chris. There you go.
Yeah.
Before we start, I don't want to interrupt. Is my mic better?
Yeah.
Okay, thank
Much better.
you. My bad.
Yeah. It's much
It's
better.
quite okay.
Disrespect.
But,
I mean, I don't know. I honestly, God, I honestly have no clue how much he's making. I'm guessing if he's popping out, going to tournaments and win the first prize, second, 2-1, 2-3 games. So, I mean, I don't know how much money he's racking up with all the bonus prizes going around, but I'm sure it's probably enough to get him by. Probably not enough to live comfortably as much as someone would want to, but I'm sure it's enough to get him by. So, with that, honestly, Chris G, we were talking about him later on. Yeah, I want to go in on Chris G. Not so much on him, but on just the whole situation around him.
Yeah.
Metalblayd. What do you think somebody like Chris G pulls in?
Honestly, I would agree with Albino and Chris on this one. His his travel would be covered. The merchandise, he would bring in the headsets, the controllers, and whatever he would pull in from promo codes or whatever. But honestly, I have no idea because I am not too I'm not too sure how much sponsors would give out to their players. Period. So, I'm not the most knowledgeable on that, but I'm guessing. I'm guessing with Chris G, he's making a decent amount from sponsors because of his success in the different games and the different majors that he competes in and wins.
See, now, I'll say this. I'm not going to disclose what he makes, but I will say that, you know, he's a perfect example of the myth that a lot of people think that, like, once you get sponsorship, you're, like, somehow on easy street. As long as you know, act the right role and sell the product, you're guaranteed to get in.
That's not the case.
No, not at all. I mean, it's actually very much the opposite. A lot of these sponsorships just get you to the event.
Yeah.
Get you to the event, put you up in a room and say, you know, make sure you wear our shirt and, you know, say
like
our products are great.
What I've noticed is that a lot of these players, I think that once they get sponsored, they're set for life, which is really not the case.
No, but that's what a lot of people got to understand. That's why, like, you know, I'm out here stressing, like, get a fucking skill, get a job.
Yeah, get a job. That's exactly why I say I'm going to be more of a content producer, you know, like your Maximilians or Microsis, because those guys are, like, more marketable, and those guys are more, like, business savvy, and they get more money.
You think Maximilian makes more than like Chris on a given week?
Doesn't Maximilian have like a real video producing job somewhere?
I thought he was just like a fan guy that just likes to.
No, I think he has an
talk about
actual
shit.
job. He just does.
I thought he just did videos on YouTube and that was it.
Because before you guys continue on Metalblayd, I will say this though.
Yeah.
That if you're going to try and become a content producer like that, if you can't handle staring at a computer screen, fucking around with Sony Vegas or Adobe Premiere or whatever the fuck it's called now for like 9 hours a day, you know, it might not be the thing for you.
You're going to have a bad time.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, here was a perfect analogy was the testers for Injustice. You know, a couple of them came up to me and were like, yo, we were working like 18-hour days. I'm like, oh, yeah, I did that for 15 years. I said, get used to it. That's what it is. And it don't matter whether you're the producer, you're the designer, you're a programmer, you're an artist, you're a tester. You're doing 18 hours. The game's got to get done. That's it.
Yeah, that goes into a lot of things, you know. Like that goes into a lot of things, you know. You got to put in the work for a lot of different things, and as far as like the content producing, I already like know this. Because I've seen a lot of the people like around YouTube and whatnot. I've seen they always talk about how they put in like so many hours into what they do, like editing their stuff, making sure their stuff is all good and whatnot. So yeah.
So now,
well, that's good. That's good. You have an understanding on what it is.
Now understand this. Now understand this though. Now imagine. You spend the last 2 years of your life, 3 years of your life putting a game together, busting your ass to make the game as close to what you envision would be fun, which would sell, which would do well competitively. To have that very same group of people shit on you,
it'd be a bad feeling.
It would be
a really bad feeling.
It would not be fun.
Let me see. Hold on.
It's like because you put in all that work in something, and then like during the process, during that like couple of years you've spent working on it, which I assume is how much you're spending on that game, of course. But
and I'd like to add, you're not getting paid by the hour. You're making salary.
Your salary, yes, correct. You are salary.
So you're getting fucked in that.
So you're not seeing time and a half after 40.
Oh, and maybe before we have Sanford go in. He's connecting and everything. Maybe we should finish off the conversation that we had about, what we perceive the scene to be as. What's wrong with it? Okay.
Well, I got one more I want to go to before you, because Sanford's actually having issues connecting.
I believe
Mikey is next. Because Mikey, I don't know who you are, Mikey, so introduce yourself to everybody so people know who you are, first of all, and how long you've been in the scene.
Well, my name is Mikey K. I live in Brooklyn, not that far from Next Level. I've been there a few times, but I don't go there a lot. I've been playing fighting games since I'm like, holy fuck. I don't know when the first Mortal Kombat came out. What was it, like 93?
93.
Yeah, I've been playing since like 93. I mean, I played Marvel 2, I played Street Fighter Champion Edition all the way down. I took a break when Third Strike came out because I wasn't a big fan of it, but I was still in the scene. Like, I knew about like Justin and Yipes and all them from back in the day, you know. But I really like started paying more attention after high school. So I would say in about 2010, I was able to put more time into it. And right now, I'm more of like a casual gamer. Like I spend a lot of my life playing more like Magic, the card game.
Okay.
And I'm trying to make a living off of it. And then
No.
No.
No. I'll tell you one thing. You might as well go play some fighting games, man.
No. I don't mean like playing it to make a living. I mean my friends are opening up a store soon and they're gonna be one of the managers. I'm not that stupid. Don't worry about that.
Oh, in that case, congrats. I hope you do well.
Hey, December. Is it December? December is like the World Championship for Magic.
Something like
Nah,
that.
they changed that because Wtih's a bunch of fucking retards, but that's a whole nother conversation for the day. But
all right, so now that we got a background, what's your perception of this scene overall?
I think it has a lot of good things, but I think it has a lot of problems too. Like the problem is, now listen, I'm only 22. I'm not all that grown up. You know, I'm still a kid. I still say stupid shit a lot.
Same.
I still talk a lot of shit. But from what I read, you know, from the bullshit with Sherry and from the shit I hear from, you know, like F-Champ and how he's the villain and all that, and, you know, the thing I heard about, like, with Wolfcrone going back on his word when Justin, like, offered to split with them and shit, a lot of the FGC needs to grow up. Like, I've heard a lot of shit about, you complain about Triforce and this shit and that shit, and then, like, I remember watching a stream about VXG and I saw all the fucking people in the chat with stupid names like VXG sucks and go fuck yourself VXG, and I'm like, dude, grow the fuck up. Like, I don't understand. Like, I understand.
Have an event.
Yeah, like I was watching OBS the night that Triforce said I dare Evo to come after us, and you know what? I respect Triforce for trying to hype up the tournament because that's what he was trying to do. I respect.
That's what he got paid to do.
Yeah, it's what he got. It's what he got paid to do. Like, if you get paid to hype shit up, how are you gonna hype shit up? Do it any way you can.
Yeah,
that's your job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like what's his?
Get the
I'm
job
sorry.
done, whatever it takes.
I suck with names. What's his name that runs VXG?
Rolando.
Yeah, like, I respect Rolando. Like, I wish I could have gone to VXG, but I didn't have the money. I was gonna go, but, you know, like everybody else in New York, I'm fucking broke, because we gotta pay so much.
Life happened, right?
Yeah, life happened.
Just happens.
And, you know, and, like, when I was reading that whole fucking thing on, about Sherry and when she got sponsored, I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be like at least 300 comments about how she's doing the next guy and this and that and the other. It's like, listen, if she's better than you at fighting games and you're jealous that she got sponsorship, go suck a dick and shut the fuck up. Nobody cares if you're a baby about it.
It's true.
Like, it actually, like, I'm not gonna lie, it turned me off from wanting to pursue fighting games, because I'm thinking, like, you know, I see everybody's got problems with sponsorships, and everybody's fighting with each other, and everybody's getting pissed off over money matchups, and everybody's calling everybody out, and it's just like, I don't want to be a part of that. Like, I'm also a shy person, so, like, I'll be the quiet guy next level, and I won't talk to Chris, and I won't talk to you know, Ray and a bunch of those guys, just because I'm a shy person. But, like, you know, it's not but it's the fact also that, you know, every single week I hear about some more bullshit going on. Like, I still remember the collusion thing really pisses me off. That's a topic that's been pissing me off for so long, because it's just like, here's the thing, like, in Magic we have splitting 2, and at this small thing that we call Friday Night Magic, we can do something called an intentional draw. And if we don't want to play it out because we're tired, or we just want to play it out and not go, you know, cutthroat and have fun and fuck around, we're gonna do it. We paid the money, we're gonna do it.
ID all day.
Yeah, like,
yeah,
people like Mad Cats and whatnot, like, they're getting pissed. Like, what happened between Flocker and Chris G? Like, they're pissed off because a lot of people stopped watching after they stopped going in. Like, that's not their fault. You're not paying them to fucking play. If Chris G wants to pick his own team, that's not collusion. It's not like they're saying, "Ooh, let's piss off fucking Markman and all this shit." You know,
what it was, and this is exactly what it comes down to.
Let's try something different.
The haves, the haves that are have-gettings, should I say, are based off of the stream. Now, it had nothing to do with anything else more than, you know, Spooky and Henry were pissed about it because somehow they feel it reflects them. And it does reflect them in their wallet if people get turned off from the stream and say, well, I tuned in to watch Chris G dominate with his main team. But yeah, to be honest, you know, he paid his fee to enter, and if he
do
wants,
whatever the fuck he wants.
Whatever the fuck he wants. And people say no. People say no, and I'm like, what do you mean no?
And even if they weren't streaming, they would have done the same shit anyway.
You know, in MK9, and this is what I said. In MK9, I made Baraka, one of the lowest tier characters in the game, just for shits and giggles.
Oh no, you're colluding because you're picking a low tier character.
So now, what do you say if I turn around and pick Kung Lao now, or Cabal? Am I colluding because I'm picking a better character?
No, you're tier whore.
Now I'm a tier whore, so I can't
please everyone, man.
You can't satisfy anybody, honestly.
So I mean, that's why I'm to the point where just do what the fuck you want. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit who cares about who I use. I'm not here to please the stream. I'm here to do what I want to do.
You don't get paid to fucking entertain the stream. If you want them to entertain the stream, then pay them for it.
But isn't that what Chris G said like a while ago? He doesn't care if you're watching at all. Yeah, that's exactly what he said. He just wants to go and win.
He has no fucking reason to care. It's his money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what? Chris G made it in the grand finals, and you know what? If you want to stop him from fucking running grand finals,
knock him out.
Beat him.
Exactly.
You got to beat him.
Yeah, but
nobody has that hunger. Nobody.
A lot of these players don't want to do that though.
Okay, your problem for being lazy, not ours.
Exactly.
Like.
All right, so who's next?
All right, so I missed. Who did I hit? I hit He No Good. I hit Albino as like the last. I got it because I know you got something to say. So, Reyes, I didn't hit you up.
Yeah. What's up?
Well, what do you as far as overall for the scene, what do you find to be most distasteful about it, or where you see it needs improvement, should I say? On top of that,
we need to work on how we treat the opposite sex.
Yes,
for sure.
Because even in any circle, it's wrong. Like, Jerry got sponsored, awesome, terrific. Like, if I get beat by a girl, that's fucking fine. Like, I don't care if, like, you can't raise the argument that they're sponsored just with their tits and ass, because that's not right at all.
We need more girls in the FGC.
That's how they make their money. They don't give a fuck.
Got put in the losers by a girl playing more Doom.
I'll outright challenge a girl to a game, and if I lose, awesome. If I win, awesome. Either way, I'm leaving that contest having played a player, not a female. Like, we're all human.
Can I add something to that though?
What?
Like, some of these females, like, if you know there's a bunch of niggas at the event, like, don't come with like fucking like a 2-inch skirt with your ass hanging out and shit, and then like you expect niggas not to fucking like gawk at you. Like, that shit makes no sense to me. I'm just saying.
In all fairness, there is nothing that we could wear that would actually like reflect that conversation.
I seen some shit, yo. I'm just saying.
No. Like, we don't have a mirror. Like, we can judge females on how they look like that, but they can't flip that on us. Like, they can't just say, well, you guys shouldn't wear like midriff shirts or something. I don't know. What the hell?
They got plenty of stuff to get on us about with
that would visually
smell and anime room and shit.
So, to that end, we shouldn't really like look down at them, for having something that makes them feel visually appealing, because like either we're swagged out, have some class, or just wearing the frumpy shit we just came out of the room with. Either way, we don't have to actually look all that great in a tournament or in a setting. They don't have to either, but they choose to. So we shouldn't really, like say, oh, they shouldn't come out with no 2-inch skirt. If that's how they want to come out, that's fine.
Yeah.
Can I add something to that?
Go ahead.
All right, like, imagine this. Imagine if I came to a tournament with a fucking Powerpuff Girls shirt on. All right, imagine that, like a little kid Powerpuff Girls shirt on, and the next week, like, I'm gonna be branded like a dork. I'm gonna be branded like a little baby, a kid, and this and that. It was still my right to walk in with a shirt that I like. I mean, if girls are gonna walk in with short skirts and whatever, that's because they're trying to make themselves feel better for that day. You know, I mean, myself, like, I wear certain clothes to make myself feel better. You know, like, I have shirts that are way too big on me, but I like the way they look, so I wear them anyway. You know, like, just because a girl wears a short skirt and shows her ass and whatnot...
It doesn't mean she's craving dick.
Yeah, it doesn't mean we have a fucking right to think like that. It's just that we gotta get out of the fucking middle school mentality.
I completely agree with you on that part. We should definitely show all respect at first and never just assume shit and just act on impulse.
Exactly.
I will say, though, we have to admit, come on, there are thirsty girls inside of the scene. Let's not even
you gotta, let's be.
There are girls that are, but again, it
Them
goes.
fishnet stockings, like, come on.
Come on, it's obvious. But you know what I'll say though? The obvious ones are obvious, so there's no reason for any mistakes to be made about approaching the wrong girls the wrong way, like the girl that's on last week. No reason. The girls that are obvious, and they let it be known.
I will just say that I will expand on that in particular when it's my turn.
Well, guess what? You're up next.
As far as collusion,
Did Dark Lurker get us? Did Dark Lurker get us?
Oh, Dark Lurker, no, I skipped you.
Like, as far as collusion goes, like, I didn't have any real issue with it, except, like, I just have it, like, if you don't come off like you have a daily job, you just treat, like, the split, like, oh, I got rent to pay this week, is there any chance I can just, like, split the pot or anything? Like, that's how I kind of see it. I'm like, come on, treat this like the hobby it is. Like, we all have this is all a hobby that we paid for.
Yeah.
Like,
With that is like let them have like you say let the money thing. Let them have the money thing. But do like you're saying until the end of the match, until the end of the tourney, be rivals, be enemies, or be whatever you gotta be to be serious, and then handle the money afterwards. Like, it's not going nowhere.
At least look hungry.
Well, no, that wasn't my point. My only point was collusion is the wrong word. Collusion, just, you sound stupid when you're saying it. I don't know who came up with that word. I don't really give a fuck. The point is, I agree with you. I'd be happy if Christine and Flocker had decided, let's go cutthroat and just put on a show even though they split the pot. But there was no collusion going on. Like, they didn't mastermind try to fuck the stream over.
They didn't.
No, they were playing the game that they want to play the way they want to play it. And again, I said...
And everyone got all butthurt about it.
Yeah, and shutting off a stream and telling people to go fuck themselves didn't fix it. It's collusion is still going on.
Oh, yeah, the spooky thing. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's still going on. And it's going to continue going on.
Yang and ball wrong.
And like you said, the word collusion itself, that's to make people think our scene is bigger than it is, using a fancy word that, like, stockbrokers would use and shit. We colluded. No, we didn't collude.
They didn't even use the term in the correct form. Like,
no.
If you're gonna try to create hype, at least act like you have an education and vocabulary. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my thing about the colluding, like I said, for me, it's like, let them do what they want. That's it in a nutshell. They want to collude, let them collude. They earned the position to collude. Now, if you want to turn your stream off on the finals, then go ahead. That's your loss.
You're gonna piss
everybody
everybody else
off every
off
streamer.
those two playing in the room.
Yeah,
What, you pick Yang? Fuck you.
Fuck you, Googie.
So many angry viewers on SRK.
I thought that was staged.
So many angry viewers on SRK. Why'd you turn the stream off? Yeah.
Oh man, that was funny.
Hold on, let me.
Like, no offense to Vic, like, I know Vic, and I've hung out with him, I played Magic with him, but that was fucking hilariously, like, not worth doing, in my opinion.
Yeah,
He blows up without thinking first, I think, sometimes.
That was a bitch move.
You know
That's
why?
what it
You know why I
was.
think he did it? Either it was staged, which I don't want to believe it was, or Toro just got him going, and he just wanted to get like more views and like.
He's colluding.
I want to see someone make a. I want to see someone make a video with how many times Arturo says the word collusion before and after Spooky blows up.
Oh yeah.
It's just a collusion.
Like he says it at least like 75 fucking times.
Arturo's a faggot too.
Chris Cheese and Picky Morgan, collusion.
Oh.
That's the thing though. Should players be known for their characters?
Yeah.
Like,
If someone wants to try, it's like if a top player or
Skills.
like no, not even a top player, but anyone, if they want to try something different, let them.
Yeah.
Look at Yipes. Look how many teams Yipe has. Like,
Yeah,
what? Just because he doesn't play Team Nemo, he's colluding? Are you serious?
Exactly.
I didn't think Yipes
Yipes
plays that
plays
game like
Wesker.
that.
Must
Seriously.
be collusion.
oh, he does, and he has a really good Dante. I love watching his Dante and work. But,
I'm trying to be like him. Trying to be like him, man.
but we all remember what Chris G's team used to be before he picked up Morgan, right?
Yeah, that stupid fucking, what was it, like, Firebrand?
Oh, he had like
Wesker, some shit.
He had like Firebrand. He was running Firebrand for a while. I remember.
Yo,
Yeah.
do you remember the Rage Quit on Deus Ex? What was
He
that,
used
like,
to be known
Star
for
Power?
Reeve, remember?
Oh, shit.
Wait,
He
the
used
race.
Ami once before.
Oh.
He used Ryu too.
He was a good Ryu, also.
All right, let me before we we're getting off track. Now I got to put you guys on track. Back to Dark Lurker now.
Not bad.
So who just hit me? Here we go. Doo. Yes. Hold on.
James, let's not lose focus here.
No, I'm sending a message. I'm losing focus. Get me back on track.
Okay, so Dark Lurker. I'm hearing static out of Dark Lurker.
I don't hear anything.
I don't either. Lurker. No Lurker. Bifu, you there? Oh, I hear something from Lurker.
More static.
No, he's...
Now I heard somebody trying to put a mic in.
Yeah.
He might have kicked his microphone out of the back of his computer. I've been guilty of that a few times.
Bifu, you there?
Gonna have a good show tonight. I feel it in my bones.
Yeah.
I'm here now. What's up?
What's up, sir? What's
up, Dre?
Hey, Bifu, what's up?
What's up? How's everybody doing today?
We're all doing well. How are you, sir?
I'm doing okay.
I'm alright.
How did your extra life go?
What's that?
I said I just finished playing Call of Duty Ghost single player and I'm a bit upset about it.
That game's a piece of shit, isn't it?
Is it worth the money?
It's not Modern Warfare 2, is it?
It's not.
It's Shepard.
Treyarch.
Come on, Treyarch. You gotta save the day.
I'm sorry. I didn't like the Black Ops storylines as much. I like the Modern Warfare ones.
Yeah,
I heard that game has like. I heard that game has like an alien
Black Ops last
storyline.
year, and ever since then, I've stopped caring about COD altogether. I mean, Black Ops 2, it was okay because I haven't really like
The zombie shit was good. It was alright.
I stopped caring.
Black Ops 1 was the best in my opinion.
I stopped caring about Call of Duty when I started getting banned from random Call of Duty 4 servers because I was too good.
I remember when people used to yell at me for using stopping power, and I was like, "Shut the fuck up and get better."
Because I probably could have gone like in the lower levels of pro competition back in the PC version of Modern Warfare. You know, the original one.
So
but
bad. I didn't
Oh,
play-
I remember that. That was nuts.
But you know what?
I had some kid rage at me because I was using a. I had some kid rage at me because I was using this one gun in MW2.
There's a lot of guns like that.
Yeah.
Every Call of
I
Duty
was
had
around
one
with the fucking
gun that
shotgun all day.
But you know
kid
what? You know
like
what?
9
Though?
years old.
It
so
was
that
like-
makes sense.
It was like, come on, dude.
Hold on.
everyone stops. But going back to what I was saying is that I hated Pro Mod. They forced Pro Mod on you, which disabled a lot of stupid shit that you could do in the game. It got rid of like 3/4 the perks. It got rid of scroll firing, which I was very fond of. It made the game not fun.
Well, are you talking about all those like stupid like trigger stop things and paddles sticking out and everything?
Oh, yeah.
Well, pretty much what you could do in Call of Duty 4 on the PC version, and I don't know if it's still going on, but it was viable up to Modern Warfare 3 for all the PC releases. You could bind your fire to left mouse like normal, but you can have scroll wheel down as fire also as a secondary fire. You can just scroll down while aiming, and you can shoot a Desert Eagle like 500 times per minute.
What's up, gentlemen?
What's up, sir?
What's good, man?
So,
Sanford.
So what's going on, Mr. Sanford?
Took me long enough, didn't it?
Yeah, well, shit happens.
Chilling, man. Mr. Kelly is in the building, man. Mr. Kelly's in the building.
So we were.
Nice to meet you, Sanford.
We were just talking about the FGC as a whole. And Dark Lurk, are you there or no?
Oh no, I'm here.
Okay,
Yeah, I just had to move my mic format around and shit. So.
Let's let Sanford get his introductions and stuff in, and then let's go back to Dark Lurk.
Before I speak on that particular topic, I would just like to formally apologize for not being able to come on last week because I had some busy things to take care of.
It's all right. We replaced you with Tiffany.
She was.
I saw that stream last week. That stream was hype.
You know what, Sam?
I still want to see that.
Happens. Don't worry about it. Shit happens.
Yeah.
I still want to see that match between Tiffany and Devil May Spy.
Are you going? Which I'm going to tell Sanford about in a second. Are you going to go to? You're not coming out to NEC, are you?
Oh, I'm going to be at NEC.
No, I'm talking to Metalblayd.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I don't.
I was going to say Vegas to there is a kind of a big trip.
Yeah, I won't be able to make that.
So Sanford, this is what I got now. This is an OBS exclusive match. It's going to be Tiffany versus Devil May Spy.
Okay.
Winner, if he wins, he gets the control he wants. If she wins,
she gets a jacket.
She gets a jacket.
Wow.
One of his glow in the darkers.
The light up joint?
Yeah.
Sounds fair.
That you can't take to the airport.
Can I
put that fist in your ass?
I haven't seen one of those actually.
Can I play him for the jacket?
They're pretty tight.
if he's willing to.
You know what, James?
Level 3, that's fair.
James.
Well, yeah, what's that? Hold on. One at a time, guys.
James, I guarantee that if you can convince Spooky to get that streamed, just because of Tiffany herself, the max CPM will be off the charts.
Man, our tour will be all over that shit.
I'm already talking to. I was talking to E. I messaged
Thirsty
E about it.
nigga.
Yeah, I already messaged E about it. So I messaged E about it. I'm gonna hit Spooky up about it as well.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
For real, man. Nigga Sahara.
So anyway, let me get back on topic. Let me go back to Dark Lurker for a second.
Sanford done or?
But we know who Sanford is.
I said, is he done?
Yes.
Yes.
We're going to throw him in right after you because he has a lot to say about this, I'm sure.
Oh.
So where do you see this scene for improvements?
What I hate about the scene, everyone thinking that it's something that you can make a living off of, I guess, and everybody complaining about bullshit that they should have really no say over and everything, you know. Like, that's about it. I don't know.
Wait, what?
Your complaint is basically you are fed up with players sitting here saying that they want to make a living out of this. They want to be a top player. They want to get salary and stuff like that.
Unless you're making a what are you gonna do? You're gonna win a 50-man tournament and get $100? You know, or I bet $100 at a hand at the casino. So, you know, like.
Yeah, and it's all based on chance.
It's peanuts, you know? It's peanuts. So.
Oh, I see what he's complaining about.
You know?
I see what he's saying, and I've said this before, and I'm going to let Sanford answer this.
All right. Now, what was the question again?
All right, the question is well, are we answering the question, or are we answering to Dark
He basically made a statement. He basically is saying,
okay.
He's saying that why is it just about every player feels like, not every player, but there's players out there who feel that they can make a living off of just playing at tournaments and things like that. And they will pretty much, correct me if I'm wrong, they won't do anything else to try to basically bridge the gap that of the money that they could be making actually doing something for real, rather than just going to just tournaments and making a living out of that.
Okay, well, all right. First off, y'all know me for quite some time, so y'all know I speak my mind. So we're talking about Chris G here, right?
No, we're talking about everybody in general, but you can
listen.
We can bring it down to that.
Yeah. He's basically the basis.
We were mentioning him earlier, though.
I wouldn't say it's just Chris G because there
No,
are.
listen.
Hold on, let him go.
I'm not saying that you're saying it's basically like only Chris G. I'm saying he's the basis of it.
More or less,
right? Yeah, because he's the person that's winning the most money from these tournaments, and he's the person that is not marketing himself for his winnings. So basically, this is about people like him, right?
Yes.
Oh, I thought of something really quick too. I also hate it that people use mains. I'd rather have like 20 fighters on stage. Why make a game if there's 40 characters if everybody's going to use the same 5? I just want to throw that in there too. I hate that about the top players.
So you hate tier whoring? Is that?
Yeah, like I play every fighter in Street Fighter. Like I'm a C on all fighters. I don't have a B plus or A or whatever. I play everybody, and that's how I think you should do a game. The creators of the game, like James, like everybody always plays Sub-Zero and Scorpion in Mortal Kombat, and James is probably like, "What the hell? I programmed all those other people too." That's what pisses me off.
Kano never got no love. Never got no love.
People are too lazy
Kano back then.
to figure out a new character. They just
I
copy
pick Kano
paste.
now. 360 analog stick all day, you know?
All right, so let's go. Hold on, guys. Let's go back to Sanford, because Sanford never even actually got to answer the question. We all just cut him off.
Sorry.
All right.
That was my fault.
No,
but go ahead.
No, that's cool. The issue with that is you have to have someone to bring that out of you. He's not really known about the marketing scene. He's not really up on the scene outside of the FGC. He's just making his money and going on as he is. I don't think that people should say that he's an idiot for doing what he's doing and not pushing himself more. That is his ultimate decision to do what he wants to do with his money and his time. I feel that he should do more with his wins or whatever. But at the end of the day, people like him are gonna do what they want to do, thinking that they can make a living out of it because they see Chris G making a living out of it. You understand?
Yeah.
So because they see him making a living out of it, they think that they can do the same. But in actuality, you can't do the same if you're not giving the same results that he is.
Yeah.
Not everybody can win in multiple games like he can. They try to, but they fail. Thus, they're not winning as much as he is. Thus, they're not making the money that he is. When you're in a position to make the decision to make more of yourself in your career, you have to put yourself in his position. And in order to put yourself in his position, you have to be in his position to understand what it's like.
Which is very hard to do.
Exactly.
Because most people that criticize and say, "Oh, he should be doing this and this and that," those are the same people that aren't getting his results. So if they were getting his results, then you would be doing that.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, the people that are saying you can make a living off of just winning tournaments and nothing else, those people should only be saying that if they're getting Chris G's results.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not, then you really can't back that up necessarily because he's only doing that, yet not you. And who knows what he does on the side? We only know that he plays games. He could be doing something else on the side.
I know what he's doing on the side.
I know what he's doing on the side.
So Sanford, pretty much what you're saying is that you're not what you're saying to all these other potential top players. I'll use that top players in air quotes. Pretty much what you're saying is you're not Chris G. You don't get the results that Chris G has gotten. So you cannot say anything with any authority on his financial situation or his life situation in general.
Absolutely. That's absolutely what I'm saying.
So now, with that said, I mean, obviously, Kelly, you're a top player. I mean, what is your personal goal besides being the best? But in the gaming scene, growth for the community, growth for yourself. Because at the end of the day, let's all be real here. It comes down to what's best for that specific player.
I'll answer that.
Go ahead.
Not to cut you off. For me, it was only about being the best when I was younger. When Justin was dominating, that was the time when I wanted to be the best. Because the only way that I could see myself being the best is if I beat the best, which was him. These days, and not even just these days, as I've gotten older, I'm 31 now. As I've gotten older, I realize that there is no best. So why strive for something that isn't a reality? There is no best, because the best always changes. The best is an opinion. It's all opinion. Me, I'm trying to find myself in a situation and in a position where I don't have to play to generate financial results. I'll just be in behind the scenes, teaching, doing whatever I gotta do. Hopefully, writing some articles or making some YouTube videos or maybe start a stream. I would like to do something different with my career. I don't want to play all the time.
Now, what about game development? I mean, now, like, I hear CDjr and I love him like a fucking son, but I hear him coming off sometimes, and these guys need to do this and these guys need to do that. Do you see yourself working in the development field? And if so, do you come to the table from the get-go with I was the best button masher, so listen to me?
No. I want to create some content so people can have, faith in me and believe in my ability and see that it's not fraudulence and understand that my knowledge is being portrayed to everybody so everybody can understand what type of a gamer and player that I am from jump. So when I make an article or I work for a company, they can follow me.
Okay. Now, you, as far as, the content itself, like Toro, Spooky, I actually spoke with GQ from Twitch today. And he's I know I go on my Twitch tangents, but, I don't hold it against the people. GQ is actually a really nice guy. But, like, I asked him on his stream, I said, what's his perspective from the Twitch side, what you feel the FGC has, and he basically said they don't stream enough and there's not enough majors. Now, meanwhile, in our scene, we're starting to see majors overlapping each other. But they're looking at it. He's looking at it now from a stream perspective of saying there's not enough content out there.
He's looking at it from a Twitch standpoint.
Exactly.
What makes his company money?
I've said this to you before. I've said this to you before. Like how Twitch feels about the FGC. They feel that we're too small, and that it's like we're like so little in a pot of so many things that goes on Twitch that it really doesn't matter. Yep. Like, all the stream monstering, all the ad block, all that other stuff, they don't really care. They can care less because it's such a small portion and it really doesn't matter.
It's minuscule.
Which is the reason why I sit here and I say, if there was more unity, there was more of a uniform format for FGC, things would actually get better for FGC Twitch-wise as well as for outside sponsors to actually into this.
Let me tell you what the problem is with the FGC, all right? Number one, there are too many fucking majors involved. All right, that's number one.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why that's a problem is because I don't mean to compare back in the day to today, but when you won a major back in the day, it meant more because there was so little of them.
Yeah.
There was only final round. There was only ECC. There was only Midwest Championships in Evo. That was it. Then started the Caesars beatings. Oh, well, NEC was one too. So it was like 5 majors a year. Now you're getting like 20 majors a year. The reason why that is not good, in my opinion,
there's more coming out every year.
Yeah, and not only
there's at least 6 added every year.
And then what makes that bad to me, specifically, is because streams fucked everything up in FGC, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Streaming destroyed everything. Streaming destroyed everything because
it did good and it did bad. That's how
I feel it did more bad than good.
I agree
I
with
think it
Sam.
did more
Yeah.
bad.
The reason why I did more bad than good is because it allowed players to not only, all right, first of all, it was already bad that everybody's staying home and playing online all day, right?
Yeah.
Now that's good and
I
bad
was gonna
because
like
you get matchup experience doing that, but it also makes you have really bad tendencies as a player because you're playing bad players that are taking advantage of the connection online.
Yeah.
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 No, but I would argue it was really
That's
good
why-
for the community. I've seen a lot of games I never even heard of. I've seen I've been introduced to players I never even heard of.
Bottom line
I've
is
seen
this.
all the matches that I would like. What's that famous one? Like the triple bionic arm match where the guy in the dreadlocks is
Marn
like,
versus-
"Ah!" he
Marn
screams.
versus
yeah.
Combo Fiend.
Marn
That
versus
one, like, I wouldn't have seen that if it wasn't been on Twitch. I ain't going to Vegas, so I mean,
that
yeah,
was that final round.
well, wherever the hell it was, but you get what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying, and I too
I
feel
can see
that
it.
it's done both. It's done more bad because, like I said before, it's pretty much, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but it's basically giving stream monsters a way to see exactly what's going on. Is also giving them a way to actually talk about everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And then on
Wait,
top of that,
Can I add on that?
Your mic's
Is he too loud for anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
You gotta
Yeah.
drop that.
I just want to say
Turn
one
your
more
mic
thing
on, dude.
in terms of that. The streaming messed everything up because it allowed players to, have more of a reason to stay home and be lazy. Tournaments are made so players can come out. Tournaments are not just made for the tournament organizers to cake off of it. They're also made to create an experience so people could come back to their events. That is taking away from that by creating streams so people can just stay home and watch. The purpose of being the best or trying to be the best for these players is to go out and prove it, not to prove it online. Online is not as important as an actual tournament that means something.
It really isn't.
Okay, wait. I'm trying to get a better understanding of this. So, Sanford, you basically feel that most players are just playing online rather than going to a tournament.
Yeah, basically. Like, I'll give you an example. Right? Do you know who Smug the Beast is?
Who?
Smug the Beast.
Yeah, I know Smug the Beast. Come on, I know.
Smug the Beast is a great player. He's
Yeah.
been beating everybody online, but
I know. But when
where's
he
his
goes,
where's his tournament record?
exactly, he doesn't go to tournaments. But
See?
this is where it comes into play, where we need to start encouraging younger players, newer players, good players who. And I've always been an advocate of this. Playing online and playing in a tournament are two completely different things. Being the number one player online don't mean shit.
I agree. There's no
It doesn't mean
encouragement at
a
all.
damn thing. I don't care how much BP you have. I don't care how much PP you have in Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter 4. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You could have the most PP. It doesn't matter. That just means that you have somewhat of a better internet connection, or you can pretty much tell what someone's gonna do in lag.
It gives you a reason to brag for no reason whatsoever.
Exactly. You can't go to a tournament and place top 8.
Hey, can I speak right now?
Yeah.
Well, Sanford, about your whole point about people just being lazy and not going to tournaments, I would like to counter that argument with my life situation. My life situation consists of me living out in the middle of fucking nowhere in Illinois. I have a very... I literally, like when I look out my window... No, it's alright. When I look out the window, I see cornfields.
Yeah.
Did you go to UFGT?
No, I didn't go to UFGT
Did you
because
go
I
to
was
Umicon?
busy that week. I have a very busy life schedule, and I don't have that much money. So it's not a matter of if I can. It's not a matter of me wanting to go to tournaments because fuck yeah, I'd want to go to a tournament.
It's just
But
that
I
life situation.
cannot. My life situation.
Wait. I'm going to put this out there right now. I'm sending you to a tournament.
Oh God.
Send him to NEC.
Now listen.
No, I can't
In
do
response-
NEC. Too quick.
Apex.
In response to that, I'm gonna have a nice little response to that. You play online, correct?
I do not play online.
Okay.
No, before you go on, I will say this. I drive over 160 miles round trip and spend $50 in transportation costs alone in fuel and tolls on I-39 and I-88 and I-355 going to the south burbs of Chicago to their local scene in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot do that every week. I can't do that every Friday.
How many hours is like
the statement that I
165
made?
miles? About
160 miles round trip. That's about 80 miles.
160 miles round trip.
I mean, how many hours? Hours, like time.
And when I made the
4
statement
hours.
about-
Hold on, guys. Hold on,
Yeah,
guys. One at a time.
4 hours. 4 hours round trip.
It's a lot of time to be spending.
I don't even like going to a card tournament that's more than like a half hour away. Shit.
Yeah.
All right, so hold on, guys. Let me do this, and I don't mean to cut guys out, but Metalblayd, I'm gonna because it's getting too much. Everybody's over one another, and I'm gonna try to loosen up a little bit here. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you get some final shit in. You too, Chris. You too, Dark Lurker.
We'll give it back at some point because I do have a few things I do want to talk about. I have a real good plan and idea I want to share with everybody, and I want to hear everybody's thoughts on it. It's really big, so.
Go ahead.
Oh, right now? Okay. Oh, all right. Well, basically, all right, so I have an idea, right? So we have a whole bunch of problems we all talked about in previous episodes, that we have the FGC and whatnot. From the divided community, as you said before, James, no international team, to represent ourselves in, other country events and stuff. Development, we have, I feel like right now we have a separation between developers and like the players and whatnot. And I think that's a problem that we have, and one that we keep shooting ourselves in the foot and keep making worse. So, the new generation, of games coming out is getting worse and whatnot. And the players, the player mindsets and so on are just not getting, cultivated the way they should. Like you said before, like with streams, the problem with streams is that you can watch it, but you can't understand it. You can watch what you watch, but if you're not understanding the things behind it, it's pointless. So you're not learning anything. And that's what tournaments really there for. You're learning what's going on behind the scenes, so what's actually, the information behind it. But basically, my idea was, I think that a way to help solve a lot of these issues would be to try to make like a kind of a council. I want to say, like, for instance, we how like we have our different mini communities, like with SoCal, NorCal, with Texas and Florida and Atlanta and so on. I think we should come up with, like, I say, like a group of 10 to 20 players that every state everywhere around from each side come together and decide to represent us.
Well, why don't you create the video game Olympics and call them up and maybe they'll think of something,
No. I don't mean players to go to other countries. I mean a council, as in terms of like the development sides, and like, okay, like the problem we have right now is that we had the game being made in stages. We had testers, but they weren't filtered out and chosen in the way maybe they should have been. They weren't in broad different spectrums of different games. People who had different kinds of knowledge, and my thing is okay. I'm an, like you like I said before, like I'm an Onana kind of player, and although I've learned a lot in that time, frame from me starting to now, and I've grown so much, in, matured wise inside FGC and outside in real life, I have to say that while I have knowledge of certain things when I'm playing the game, I don't know all the different connections or all the different matchups and all the different interactions that can happen between them. That a slight change could have varying effects. And I think that what we should do is we should come up together with people, maybe not so much always tournament winners, but just people in general who have a good head on their shoulders and mindset that can dissect a game. People like Shady K and Marlon Pie and even Chris G, like what I mean, like, you can just dissect a game and see it in different ways. Like people like we speak for like Mewtwo King, like you can just visualize things and just come up with 20 players that can talk and be our representatives for when developers are making games and want testers and want people who they know they can trust and rely upon. Because I think one of the issues we're having right now is that developers, their main goal, as we said before, is to make money. And so, like, that is their primary goal, no matter how much they want to help or how much they want to, input their time in. So I think if we were to, come together and, show that we're able to show the initiative and be the ones to extend that hand and say, not only are we trying to lessen your load and help you guys create a better game long term, but we're also going to show that we are not just throwing random people up there. We filtered them out. We decided, we had a consensus, we had a vote. We kept going through it, and we filtered them to these people here that we know and trust can handle the game. Like I was thinking to myself, you know, if Capcom asking me how would I change Marvel, of course I can give them a few things here and there that I think could be fixed, but overall